I'm Rachel Casal. I was an assistant for 2 years. I graduated from DSI in 2019, and then went on to assist and then went on to hygiene school. I did graduate from NC State before I pursued my career in dentistry. I was just trying to find where I fit, and assisting just seemed like I was going to get the most exposure to the different fields. Both Dr. Malls and Lisa were great when I was applying to their school. They were local. They had a great reputation I had seen online, and they were just super easy to work with, and it was reasonably priced, and the time commitment worked perfectly for my full-time job at the time. It really just fell into place. Just the passion that the instructors have for dentistry and making great dental assistants. I mean, it just makes you want to be a part of it. The materials were fantastic. I actually still use some of the materials that you guys provided. One of them was a little flip book for instruments, and I know I brought that into my office when I started assisting, and that has been a fan favorite. They got us familiar with common instruments and burrs and everything like that, so all the materials that they provided were exactly what one would need to get a start in dental assisting. DSI says that they teach you enough to be hired, and I could not think of a more true statement. I had no experience in dentistry, and I didn't know what I was getting into, but when they were teaching, I was like, okay, this makes sense. They talk about real life examples, and then when I actually started assisting in my general office, it all came back to me. It made sense. Teeth numbers made sense. Everything of the terminology that DSI provided while I was in school, before I knew hands-on what it really meant, but it was all in my brain already, and it was super easy to go from having the knowledge to having hands-on knowledge then too. And my dentists were always very impressed with, what I was taught in school, especially for it being a shorter session assisting program. I loved being a dental assistant. I loved watching and helping with procedures from implants to crowns to just regular fillings to emergency appointments. It was always something new, which I really did enjoy. I would highly recommend being an assistant to anybody who wants to go to hygiene school. Just knowing the terminology, teeth numbers, kind of just how the mouth works. The first time you put your hands in someone's mouth, it's a little weird, but I mean, assisting really rips that Band-Aid off, and to go into hygiene after that was, as soon as you figure out instrumentation, it's smooth sailing from there. If someone was thinking about being a dental assistant, I would tell them just to do it. I was super lucky to find DSI, which very much works for me. I think dentistry has a bunch of different back roads you can go down, different avenues that you can take to, find where you fit. So if you have any interest in doing it, I highly recommend becoming an assistant, getting your feet wet in the field, and just seeing where it goes. I cannot thank DSI enough for giving me that opportunity to find this office that then wound up hiring me as a hygienist after my 2 years of dental hygiene school.